Alright, I haven't done a video like this in a while actually. Man, it has been so long. But this is a video, I'm just going to make this very short, and I'm just going to explain the points. I'm not going to do any BS, other BS, or BC for bull crap actually. But you know what? I want to talk about Mortal Kombat Armageddon's Conquest mode, and how much more vast this mode actually could have been actually. And I know many other YouTubers have talked about this before, but I want to be another YouTuber that talks about it. Now, Mortal Kombat Armageddon's Conquest mode, it's a really great and expansive mode, although very linear, as much as I really hate to put it, but you know, it's the sad truth. Experiences a lot of, you know, places, things to get, like power-ups, fireballs, ground pound, etc. And the worlds, they're really expansive too as well, like, you know, especially Arctica, the Botan jungle, and a couple other places too as well. But, you know, what if I actually told you that there were actually more areas that you could go through? I'm going to start with this one that's supposed to be part of the Crimson Forest, but you can actually see kind of like a little path that leads up to this area that you go to in Charred Mountain. Now in Charred Mountain you basically fight these Red Dragon clan members, but you know, that's the area that you only see. And supposedly there was supposed to be a way, like a little path similar to like Arctica and the Botan jungle, that you were supposed to go before you enter the supposed location and all. And in this location there seems to be trees, a broken fence at some point, you know, kind of like a fall setting, if you might ask, or might say, basically. I really wish we kind of got to experience this actually, because they put this out all over the trailers and the demo and stuff like that, but didn't appear in the final game, unfortunately. And for this to be able to be a thing again, I would love it if Mortal Kombat Armageddon did get like a HD remake, basically, and you know, we got to see these expansive areas that we never got to see in the actual game. Now, let's talk about the other area. This one goes completely unused. This looks like it would be like a dojo area, kind of like maybe like Earthrealm in a bit from Mortal Kombat Deception, but except a little bit more, you know, aesthetic-wise, I would say that's the best way I could put it. And it looked like you can actually experience this with like mods and stuff like that, but like the areas, there's no collision, the enemies have no faces, and they stand in T poses. And you can't really do anything there except maybe just explore the empty area. It's like a fake area, kind of. But aesthetic-wise, in the trailer and stuff, it looks like it did have a bit of a different setting and a tone and stuff, but that's pretty much all I could say about it. The area didn't have or feature any of the enemies. It just showed maybe one dojo and what the sky looked like. It looked like it was in the evening setting by what it actually looked like compared to what I saw on someone's mod video. But either way, that's really all I could say about it, and it actually looked like it would have been kind of a cool area to explore, you know? You'd have all these ninjas. I could picture them actually like throwing, you know, ninja stars, and you'd go backwards like you did if Noob Saibot through stars at you, like in Mortal Kombat Deception and Armageddon and stuff. I could see like Taven going back a little bit and stuff when he gets hit. It might seem like it'd be a bit annoying actually, but I could definitely see the ninjas doing that. As for the Crimson Forest area, I have no idea what kind of enemies there would be. Maybe the Red Dragon clan, maybe, I don't know. But, you know, you do see them in the Oh wait, no, those are different guys. I think in the Arctica stage where they pop out of the snow walls and you just had to fight those guys and you uppercut them and they get impaled on the icicles. Yeah, I would think that maybe those enemies would return in that area, but I really can see just, you know, the red dragon, honestly, the real red dragon members that you fight inside of the little entrance area to Charred Mountain and stuff. But yeah, that's really all I can think of who you'd fight in the area. I have no idea what the area would actually look like compared to what I've seen in like the 5-10 second video or the demo that you usually see. That's really all I got about that. Now I'm going to talk about Taven himself, okay? Now, Taven himself is a very interesting character, okay? He's someone that's basically very, very strict, very, like, you know, he wants to get down to the point, basically. He's someone who really didn't want to go on a quest, but he had to take care of Blaze, which is basically his mother's creation. But what if I actually did tell you that there were actually going to be more things in the game? Now, Taven has a fireball, he has a ground pound, he has a teleport move, and he has a move to stop time. That's cool and all, but I would tell you this. He was originally going to get a bow and arrow and be able to use his sword for combat, basically. Kind of like, you know, if you press L1, he'd switch to his bow, he'd switch to his sword, or his just regular fighting set. That actually would have been cool to actually have. You know, I did read online that, you know, the moves in favor of his bow and his ability to use the sword at any time you want. Yes, you can actually use your sword in the actual Conquest final game, but you could only use it in certain areas and temporarily too. But I've read that, you know, there were originally going to be the ability to use these things at any time you want. That actually would have been really cool, especially the bow. The bow concept was really cool. Now, I know with actual like moves and mods or whatever it is, or button presses, you can actually load in the actual bow, like the you know how Taven would use it basically in the final game. But the bow model doesn't actually show up. I believe it was completely cut out of the game, like maybe late in development. Same with the outfit Taven is actually wearing in the actual demo versus its final game too. Now, I would definitely switch that out. His original moves, his fireball, his fire moves, definitely forward. I would definitely trade that for the bow and to use the sword anytime. You know, maybe the sword wouldn't actually kill right away, basically. Maybe it would take quite a few slashes with the sword to actually, you know, kill the enemy or something like that. I would definitely take that too, because not all the time does the fireball, does the ground pound, or really any of other Taven's other moves kill an enemy almost instantly. I think they really have to be weak enemies, just ones that are not very strong and all that stuff. But I definitely know his teleport and his time stopper doesn't kill enemies. That just, you know, either he escapes enemy fire or he just stops time. But definitely, yeah, I would have definitely seen that the demo version of Armageddon's Conquest mode would have indeed been way better than the final game, honestly. But not to say the final game isn't fun, because it is. But, you know, there was a lot of potential with the demo. And I understand, you know, developers have time constraints. They have to meet certain things to get a game out and stuff. That's completely fine. But definitely, I would love to see if someone actually could bring in the actual models of the bow to be able to use the sword, maybe the old HUD actually, or something like that one of these days, because that would be amazing to see actually. And to be able to download those mods onto my actual console itself would be absolutely amazing. But definitely tell me what you think of that you've seen so far. Basically, do you like the demo? If you like Armageddon's Conquest mode, do you like the way the demo is, or do you like the final game? I would be fine if you liked both. If you prefer the final game, if you like the demo, by all means, that's all of you. But to me, honestly, I think the demo, the original concepts would have made the game a lot more expansive, fast, and, you know, a lot more fun to play. But again, I'll leave it where it is, guys. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. If you want me to make more videos like this, comment below, basically. And I'll see you guys on another video. God bless, and Jesus loves you.